A St. John's woman says she's stuck with a house that isn't a home. We first introduced you to Tiffany Elton back in January of 2022. That's when she discovered her home was originally a double-car garage and it had been damaged in a fire. As Here Now's Ariana Kelland reports, the city is denying her pleas to tear down the property.
I've been gutting it and just cutting holes to see how bad it is, and it is everywhere. It's burnt everywhere.
Every cabinet, every door is being taken off the hinges and sold. Tiffany Elton says she can no longer stay in her 776 square foot home in central St. John's.
It's just really sad. Like it hurts to see your house like this.
A CBC investigation nearly 2 years ago found that her home isn't a house after all. It was a former commercial garage that had been in a fire. Decades ago, the city approved a request to convert it into a home, but there is no record of an application for permits to do that work or an inspection. Despite all that, it has continued to be sold over the years, until Elton discovered that the inside of her attic was completely charred, a fluorescent light still hanging from the ceiling, signaling that this was once a garage.
I need it torn down. I think the city should have to tear it down because they're the ones who got me in this mess. They're the ones who allowed it to be built without proper permits.
But the city says it's not their responsibility and denied her demolition request earlier this year. Elton can't live here and can't sell it for occupancy.
Of course, leaving it vacant leaves me open to liability because there's no home insurance because it's not actually a home.
The city declined an interview with CBC and would not answer questions. In a letter to Elton's lawyer, the city denied any negligence and said it had no knowledge that extensive changes have been made to the property. Elton had hoped to get the city's help tearing it down so she could rebuild.
It's crushing me. One little small business lady in their town. Who cares if I'm okay in the end?
Elton has been advised that going to court would be an expensive and arduous process. So now she's back at square one. At 42, her savings drained, living with a parent, and with a warning for anyone buying a home.
It's your biggest purchase, and there's no way out. There's no way out. Whatever you buy, you're stuck with it.
Ariana Kelland, CBC News, St. John's.